So in him, I saw something that I've never seen before in my lifetime. That, like I said, having seen him, yes, prepared for it. Yes, hoping against hope it would not happen. But a man who'd not yet been challenged with it's happening. And the next day, I saw something that is a man, but it's a man with the adrenalized. He's the face of something that you see in all the Ukrainians we saw and talked to, whether they were in uniform, out of uniform, school teachers, even children. This extraordinary courage that's come up, and it was in his eyes, and it is clear to me that the Ukrainians will win this. The question is, at what cost?
That was actor Sean Penn there, emotionally recounting to Sean Hannity what he saw in Ukraine. Sean Penn isn't just an award-winning actor. He founded CORE, which is a non-profit group standing for Community Organised Relief Effort. As those around the world tuned into the news to watch what was unfolding between Russia and Ukraine, there Sean Penn was, in the thick of it, filming a documentary on the conflict which he had started in November. He returned a week before everything started to escalate. In fact, he was with President Zelensky the day before and during the first day of the invasion. He recounts what that moment was like to be witness to the president about to enter what would be the start of a war in Ukraine, citing he was born for that day. Sean Penn said yes, President Zelensky was prepared for it, but he was hoping against hope it would not happen. He said President Zelensky showcased something that you could see in all Ukrainians, whether they were in uniform or not, and that was the extraordinary courage on their faces. The actor said from his time in the war-torn country, it was clear to him that Ukraine would win this fight, but it was a question of at what cost. Visibly emotional during the interview, an interview he was hesitant in partaking in because of his political differences with Sean Hannity, the actor shared how this war will impact us all.
You know, when I met with President Zelensky, my colleagues and I making the documentary, when we went to meet with him, it was midday. And, you know, we knew that there were rockets that were targeting areas just outside of Kyiv, that there were air raid sirens, and that ultimately, when we came out of where we met with him, there was a blackout in the city because of concerns about rockets. We were encouraged not to use our automobile, to drive back because the lights could draw rocket fire. We walked. And because of the experience of what this fight was about, and seeing it in the faces of leadership and not, the only thing we talked about, the only thing we felt, was the deepest sense of heartbreak, first for the Ukrainians who were going to fight, be maimed, be injured, be in a war of attrition. But very quickly, I thought, this one, my children are gonna feel if this thing is not won. They're gonna feel it in tangible ways in their life. Our children in America. This is, you and I can argue all day, but I look at you and I think you believe in this country in your way. I believe it in mine. 100%. And I think it's at risk because the great dream of it, the aspiration of it, with all its diversity, because Ukrainians, with all their unity, they got a lot of diverse thought over there too. I think we're really at risk if we let the greatest, most historic in our lifetime, fight for democracy against a gigantic superpower